welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and we are back here on Kinlaig because today we need to try and extract our mower from in this shed and go and cut our grass field. Now, it hasn't fully grown. It's grown enough to cut, but it's not going to give us a massive output. I'm going to move the baler out of the way first. But yeah, so it's not grown enough for us to really get a full cut off it. But if we want to get 3 cuts off it this year, then we are going to have to cut it in May, in August, and in October. Hang on, no, May, July, and October. So we need to get this hooked up. No, May, August, and November. Sorry. Yeah, this is, I'm going to have to go and pull this round by hand, and then we'll be able to hook up to it. Pull that round. Come on. There we go. Oh, try to pull this on the dirt. That's got it. Now that should be in a position I can hook it up, and then do the, yeah, do everything up like that. And then if we fold it, that should get out of the way. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to go and get the grass cut, and that should allow us to get the 3 cuts at basically 3-month intervals, which will give us enough time to get them to get it to regrow. As beside that, we probably want to go and try and do a contract. I think we've got a contract we could do today for more mowing, so doing more mowing and doing more and get more money in that way. I'm gonna put my GPS on here. It's a really good field. So steering assist, okay, that should be about right out on the edge one here. There we go. Oh no, we don't want this one. Yeah, we do want this one here. Right, so there, and then we'll be in a position where we can go and get all of this done, get some money in, and hopefully keep things going. Now that we've got some money in the bank after our stuff with our sheds last time, we really want to keep this going and try and keep our money up. So we'll probably try and get the second one on here going with a hired worker, and maybe try and get this baled up with our other tractor. I can't remember how many bales we got off this field last time, but it was a decent number of them. Looking at the field is producing well. I don't know if we're at what our yield is here, but it's not small. We're definitely gonna have a decent size yield off this field. We've got a very strong green in the areas where it is where it is loam. We know there's a big section of this field which is loamy ground, which is fantastic. And so I am expecting was expecting a decent yield off that. We seem to be getting that yield. As I said, though, we are cutting a month early on this, so I'm thinking that this might still be a little bit lower, but we'll see what happens. It could turn out to be really strong. Now, I did the outer row first, and then the second row in first, and then so that I wasn't driving over the better grass, came on the then did the outside, so I was driving on the outer stuff first, and that seems to work really well. We've got our 3rd headland now, and once we get this cut, we can start cutting into the field. It is 9:20, so making good progress on this field, and we'll see where we are. And as I said, we'll probably go and send this tractor doing a mowing contract, getting us some money in there, while we get the other tractor out and we go and get this all baled up. Now, to do the rest of this field, I'm going to divide it up into 2 halves. We're going to take the longest bit here. This does mean I'm going to drive over some of the grass. Not the end of the world, but yeah. Don't normally like doing this, and then we can open things up, and we can then do the 2 halves of the field at roughly the same rate. We can go up and round and back, and that'll work out pretty well for us. Yep, that is looking good. So it's just a case of going round now until the field's done. And this is promising. This is a really good yield we're getting off the majority of this field. Just about finished the top end of the field. This is going fairly smoothly. Trying to line myself up. And yeah, away we go. So decent amount off the top end of the field here. Fairly deep green across most of it, which is really good. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I think we've probably got a yield of around about 110 to 115% on that section of the field, which is a decent size. I was not expecting that much, to be honest. I thought we'd get closer to sort of a 100% yield. It may be that that's still the case and I've misread that, but it does seem to be going fairly strong. Now, this bit of the field, the one bit we have got is we're going to have to drive a long way to get to the next road. So there's quite a bit driving round on here. But yeah, quite a bit of driving round because we've got to go all the way up here. Top half of the field worked really well. The bottom half here, not so much. I left a tree in this field, and it is a little bit of a pain to get round, but we're going to cut around it this time with this row. We are coming at it from up here, and you can see that if I went round it with this or following this line, I'm not going to get anywhere. So as I've already cut, I'm going to do that, just connect that, back up a little bit, and then just try and go around the tree. Now, the way the mower works, the delayed turn around it, I have to be careful to try and get it in there. It's also just off the back quarter, that, where it's quite hard to see. Yeah, we've left a fair amount around it. Not much I can do about that, I don't think. It's not the easiest thing to see, interestingly. So yeah, getting around that wasn't the easiest, but we are back on track. Down with that, line ourselves back up, and away we go. Maybe I'll get it on the way back. Final row. I did manage to get round and trim fairly close around the tree. Really had to get in there and do that, and then circle around the tree a bit. But it is 11:30, and it looks like we got this field done. So getting this baled up today should be fairly easy, and if we're lucky, we'll get a little bit of extra money in and be able to pay for a bale wrapper that will then start bringing us some cash in, which would be great news. I think, though, field 3 is available for contract. So we'll bring this in here. Stop there, because I don't want to hit the tractor with the gates. And yeah, 3 is ready. Is 3 a mowing contract? Yeah, 3 is a mowing contract, and it's 4,361. So we'll accept that. Yes. Okay. So let's open this gate. Bring this in. And then we will bring that up. Push that to AI. Okay. And away it goes. And with any luck, that will do a grand job on that, and we can go and get the baling done. I've not put the net carrier on the front of this because I don't think we need it. We should be all right. Baler is on. Drop that down, and away we go. Yeah, we just got the front weight on. This tractor is a little bit of overkill for this, but to be perfectly honest, having two tractors on the farm, we are going to get some overlap. We are going to be running the larger tractor doing a job while the other tractor is off. So yeah, I've no issue with that. This is all running fairly nicely at the moment, and we should end up with a few bales. Oh, well, before we drop our first bale off, let's bring this up. Our bale counter is reset. In fact, I remember now, I reset it after our last time of baling, so we'll be able to tell exactly how many bales we get off this field really easily today. Something I missed about that contract is it had about an hour left to go on it when we started it. I don't think there's enough time for our tractor to complete that contract. I think it's going to end up failing because we've got less than 40 minutes left and we're only 14% into it. That's really annoying. It's one of the nice things about the more realistic contracts we're running on here is that they have more realistic timings available for them. So if you're taking on a giant root crop contract, you have plenty of time to get that root crop contract done. If you're doing a quick mowing contract, quite often you'll find that you don't have enough time to do it. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to end up here. 15% of the way through with just over half an hour left, fully expecting that to fail. We ran out of time on the contract. That is very annoying. I need to go and get that tractor then and get that back. Maybe set it on something else. Is it still running? No, it's not still doing that. So we'll bring that off, fold it up. It did a fair amount, but not enough. Okay. So unfortunate that expired, so we will collect that. Okay. We also completed the weeding contract from last time though, so we do have 4,199 to collect from that, and we'll have a look and see if there's anything we can do. Is there a mowing contract that's come up? There isn't. There's a weeding contract that's got plenty of time on it. There's also a massive fertilizing contract. I think we might try and take that on later today and make some money back from the remaining fertilizer we got kicking around the farm. In the meantime, let's go put the weeder on this and send this off up to that field there, or at least get it as close as we can. And yeah, go and see if we can get that or this making a bit more money for us. So our weeder is off to field 10. He's weaving down that road a little bit. Not quite sure why, but we are going to get the rest of these field or this grass baled up, and that should cover us today. If we're lucky, we might get a wrapper next time and be able to come and sort this field out. It may be that I go and lease a wrapper this time. We get everything wrapped, we make some money off this, and then next time what we can do, or the next time what we can do, is get ourselves actually buy ourselves a wrapper. Or maybe one will come up second hand, and we'll be able to sort that that way. Weeder is down at field 10, so we can open up these gates and get this started on here. 19 hours this still has for this, but it'll get it done in way less than that. So we will let that get started. And we are about halfway through this field, so yeah, doing well. At about the halfway point, we have, don't know how many bales at this point. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. 9 bales. So we're only going to get about a dozen bales off here, I think, by the looks of this. But that's a decent number. And with what we've got here, that should also end up being a decent payday for us as well. And the grass under the tree here is a little bit messy. We're going to see what we can pick up just by going around the tree. I'm not expecting it to be... I'm not expecting it to pick up everything. Would be nice if it had. But yeah, it's a little bit messy under there, so it's not great rows. No, we might have got most, if not all, of what's under there up. Can't see from here though, especially with the back of that coming up. It might be a little bit left under there. I don't think it's going to make a massive difference one way or the other. Looking fairly clear actually under the tree. I'm quite happy with that. Grass is a little bit different under there because of how we seeded the field. So even that follows really how we cut it. That is bale number 12. Wow. Okay, we're going to get more than a dozen bales off here. I thought that it wasn't be quite that many. We might get as many as 16 if we're lucky then. Well, 16 bales was a little bit ambitious, but we are going to make it to 14 bales at the very least, which is great news. With a little bit left over, I might take the leftover bale before we go and wrap these and just feed that to the cows, get the cows topped up with it, because yeah, we don't really have a need for such a small bale as we're going to have off here. So we'll go and dump that in front of the cows, and then we can go and bring the wheel loader up and feed them in a bit. We want to keep the cows fed. We want to check on them today actually while we've got the time. There we go. That though is this field finished. And yeah, it's 500 litres of, or nearly 600 litres of bale. But we can give this grass to the cows. They tend to get through it a lot quicker than our sheep do. So bring this here. And we will unload that there. There we go. Close that. Right, we can go and put this back. And look, our oats are looking absolutely fantastic. I do just want to check that these don't need any additional fertilizer. No, pH value is perfect. Nitrogen is perfect. Expected yield is 76%. Although yield potential is 100 up here. Yeah, this field, I'm not sure is the greatest quality. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, the loamy bit is there, whereas our grass field there has just a massive swath of loam through it. It kind of makes me wonder if moving the cows from there and making that a field as well. Where would I move the cows to? We'd have to move the cows up here, which is maybe not the worst decision in the world. Give ourselves a third field out here, move the cows in, and maybe build them a new, somewhere new. Speaking of which, while we're here, how are our sheep and our cows doing? So sheep are doing good. We're looking at getting some, we've just had 3 lambs born. We had 4 months ago, 5 9 months ago, and looks like we're about to get 4 more, which is fantastic. Wool wise, we're nearly up to another full bale worth, full pallet's worth, so that's brilliant. Yeah, our sheep are doing great. Our cows, which was the whole reason I came in here, it does seem like 36 months, the health is good. What's the water level like? The water level's good. We need to keep this food up. We are about to have another set hit puberty. Reproduction is still low on our 5 eldest. So yeah, The brakes on this tractor are awful. But that's great. We should end up then with some very sellable cows in a few months. I just wish that we could get some calves off them before that happens, though. So to keep our cows going, I'm just going to go and grab a bale off the top here so we can top them up with that. And then we'll be able to also go and grab the bale that we've got down there already. Yeah, just keeping our cows going, trying to make as much money from them. And oh Lord, I've just seen what's on the forecast. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Yeah, overnight tonight, we've got a hurricane coming. This could be disastrous. We'll have to see where it lands. I'm really hoping it's going to avoid our farm, but we'll see what happens. One bale is in and filling up. There we go. And then the second bale, get that in as well. There we are. Right. Yep. There we go. Hopefully this will all be good and we'll be all safe. We've got bales out on the field, though. If that does touch down anywhere near our farm, it could be utterly disastrous. There's not much I can do, though. And next time, so long as we don't have too much damage, what we might be able to do is get some bales wrapped, ready to be making a bit more cash. For today, though, we're all done. The contract will be done in a moment, and we'll get that back here once that's finished. But yeah, fingers crossed the tornado won't hit overnight. And don't forget, let us know what you think about adding a 5G tower to the farm. We spoke about that last episode, and I'm really interested to see what you say. So let us know down in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and drop us a comment. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members whose names are on screen now. Your support makes these videos possible. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the recommended video below or subscribe and help us on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And I will see you next time.